Hey there, today I want to talk to you about losing business with leads. The lack of follow up to leads has been a pet peeve of mine since I entered the real estate industry. My brother used to criticize me all the time, and whenever I didn't not get in touch with a customer or I didn't get in touch quick enough, his words still ring in my ears. You fucking lost the client. What are you going to do now? So, if there's anything I do admire about my brother Kevin, is that he had that killer instinct and drive, which pushed me to understand the importance of being customer orientated and getting in touch with clients immediately. And this kind of changed my life. And having this mentality will go a long way with you as well. So many of my clients still seek me out because I do have this mentality, because I always followed up. I always got in touch with the customer immediately, and I set timelines of when I had to get back to a customer. So I'm really mystified why many of you estate agents don't do it anymore. And hopefully, with this video, this will kind of inspire you to start doing it yourselves. The reality check is this: you've probably entered the real estate industry with the thought that it's your ticket to making endless money and living a lavish life. It isn't hard to get into the real estate industry. You're told you're getting full training and mentorship throughout your career, but is this the reality? I think it's different. You've probably been thrown in the deep end, given customers, and all your family members now want to work with you, but you've been given little to no on the job training. You're frustrated because you're chasing several customers and ultimately getting nowhere. If you're serious about this industry and making it, this article will probably be the most important article that you'll read this year. Let me provide you some scenarios where I'm sure they will resonate with you. Have you ever had an appointment with a client and you prepared three or four properties and then only to find out that the client has already seen them? Or have you ever had a friend that one day said, "Listen, I know you're in the real estate industry. Can you look for an apartment for me?" And you didn't take it so seriously. But then 6 months or a year later, you found out that they bought a place. That is the cost of not taking care of your lead. I'll never forget one fine day about 20 years ago, I was sitting at my desk and I got a lead from a client. I answered almost immediately with a phone call. The client turned out to be a Swedish gentleman and he was looking for an apartment for himself along one of the Maltese coastlines. Turns out that the client that was looking was setting up a software company with his family. So I ended up renting to the four family members in his family. And I also rented them their first, second, third, fourth, and even the fifth office space, which their company grew from 4 people to 300 people. And I also rented and sold an apartment to two of the family members, whilst I've also rented properties to some of their expat employees. So, can you calculate the cost of me contacting that client? Because you know what? When I contacted that client, my client or this client, he had already messaged and emailed three or four, five, six other agencies. And I was the one that contacted him immediately. So he was impressed and he stuck to me. Today's market is no different in this digital world. Speed to lead is not more important today, the defining element that will make a salesperson a success or a failure. I have dedicated a part of my career, mostly the last 5 years, to improving standards and understanding customer pain points and introducing training within my companies. Agents, especially those new to the business, don't get these three important skills of lead management right. Specifically, the following: answering the phones, following up with the client after the initial call, following up after a web request. It is incredible to think the amount of opportunity that is being left on the table because many agents either aren't trained to manage their leads or their time, aren't cut out for the job, or are being misled by an agent that was who was recently promoted to manager status without the adequate management skills. I've always been obsessed with service, and it makes me cringe and cringe when I look at statistics showing the abysmal way agents deliver their service to their customers, even though there is a major opportunity for estate agents staring them in the face to provide exceptional service. They prefer to live in status quo or don't know any better. I'm recording this video to further emphasize my perspective and inspire some action. If not the bigwigs, perhaps some agents who want to build their career in real estate will be inspired to take action and improve their service and their wealth, of course. When you read the below statistics, you will understand simply that there is a huge opportunity waiting to be won in the real estate game. I will break this down in scenarios proven by research and give you my game plan to take charge of your lead management and start making money you'd only ever imagine possible. Here is what we're going to talk about: industry statistics that make me cringe on lead management, telephone leads and online leads, proven data that will inspire you to take action, systems used by the top 1% of real estate agents laid out simply for you to emulate. So, 32% of estate agents never answer their phone. Estate agents spend thousands and thousands on their databases, advertising, and training. It's hard to believe that their agents do not answer their phone and neither call back. In today's digital world, with smartphones so accessible, this is shameful. Of the 32% of estate agents who did not answer their phones, only 37% called back, leaving 63% of those customers with bad taste in their mouth. And I will do the math for you. So out of 100 clients, 20 clients never get contacted back. In today's business world, customers are looking for instant information, especially the Gen Z, the current first time buyer generation, and will instantly call the next agent on their list, plus will most likely never call you back. Here are a few tips to make sure that you never miss a call. First, answer your phone. But if you can't, create a voice message that will explain to the caller that you may be busy and will get back to them within a specified, remain saying a specified time frame. Create an automatic text message or a templated text message notifying them of the same. Block 15 minutes, that's all you need, between your appointments to listen and review your messages. Reply by calling or texting or sending a video message concerning their needs. I always like video messages. Get back to the client within the time frame that you have committed. By implementing a system to capture all your calls, you're automatically showing that one, you're a professional and you mean business, and that customers are a key priority to you. To make life easier, you should implement templated text messages via the message app or WhatsApp. My preferred method of communication is pre-scripted video messages because they seem always more personal. By utilizing templates and ready-made scripts, you can save time and create a consistent way of communicating with your clients. If you go to my article on my blog, I have posted a video of Tom Ferry, which you can read, and he also emphasizes this very, very important tactic and gives you ideas and scripts to implement all these strategies. Can you believe that 23% of leads never get answered? Similar to the above, agents tend to ignore email requests. Whilst 15.5% answer within 12 hours, the majority answer requests between 1 and 5 days, making the average request answered within 60 hours. According to Lead Simple, an online portal, answering a request within the first 5 minutes, aka the golden window, is 21 more times more effective than calling within the first 30 minutes. Whilst if you get in touch within 5 hours, it is 40% more effective than getting in touch within the 24-hour bracket. The Association of Realtors in the United States report that 64% of buyers and 66% of sellers will work with the agent that talks to them first. If we use the 80-20% rule, 20% of the agents make up 80% of the revenue. One can assume that the best agents are answering leads systematically and ensuring that they contact every lead, qualify the lead, and then they are adding them to a lead funnel. They are closing more deals than the rest of the industry. So let's follow some proven methods that the top performers use, where you can capture leads effectively and become a top earner. So, 100% of top performers, hands down, have a CRM, which is a customer relationship manager, to manage all their leads. Today, there are inexpensive CRMs, AppSumo.com, Stack Social, Deal Mirror, all have special lifetime access offers for several different CRMs. But you can go with the Salesforces and the other types. Use notifications and automatic emails to notify customers that you will get in touch with them within a time frame. Do your utmost to get in touch with them within the first 5 minutes. This time, send a message acknowledging the customer in a more personal way. Mention the property or specifics of their request so they will know that you have read the request and you actually care. Get in touch with them with an appointment. There is a 7-minute video from Mike Novak explaining and simplifying lead management. I've put it down in my blog. I would go there and have a look. This might sound counterintuitive, but you must start disqualifying your leads immediately before you put them in your pipeline. The most difficult action of qualifying leads is asking the right questions. As we are taught in every real estate playbook, your job is to understand if the customer is able to purchase. Now, often a customer, especially a first time buyer, a customer will not know the ins and outs of the final aspects of purchasing a property. Whilst an agent can be reluctant to ask questions that seem that they are prying into the customer's personal life, the truth is that as a professional agent, you are somewhat obliged to ask questions to understand the timeline of when the buyer needs to purchase and also the price they can afford. The questions that will provide you the answers you need are the following. Have you spoken to the bank to get pre qualified for a loan? Are you aware that you need a down payment? And are the funds readily available? If I find you a house today, will you be able to sign an agreement? The hardest part of lead management is qualifying your customers. Nobody wants to spend more time than you need on a customer who is not buying now or is going to buy later or not at all. You need to categorize your leads accordingly once you have done the three W's. Where are you thinking of moving to? When did you want to move by? Why are you thinking about moving? You must consciously decide which category your leads should be placed. Their importance should be based on a four category system: A, B, C, and D. Then you must set a schedule of follow ups accordingly. So, A leads contact daily, weekly. B leads contact bi weekly. C leads contact monthly. And D leads, I would contact them bi monthly. By adding them to a funnel, you automatically know when to deal with. Consistency is the key to mastering the lead qualification process. If you ignore or do not follow up with any lead, you are simply leaving money on the table for your competition. By adopting these practices, you can demonstrate professionalism, build trust with potential clients, and maximize the chances of converting leads and successful transactions. The principles haven't changed. The top 1% have been outshining the real estate industry because they get them right every time. Now, it's your turn to take that leap. So thanks a lot for watching my video. Down below, I've got a free guide to prospecting You can click on the link and download it for free. I'd like to thank you again. I'll be coming back to you with more videos like this, with more ideas, more tips, and have a great day.